ਹਾਂਜੀ ਸਟੋਰੀ ਗੇਮਿੰਗ YouTube ਚੈਨਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਹੁਣ ਆਪਾਂ ਫਾਈਨਲ ਫੈਂਟਸੀ 16 ਨੂੰ ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਪੂਰਾ ਗੇਮਪਲੇ ਦੇਖਣ ਲਈ ਜੁੜੇ ਰਹੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਚੈਨਲ ਸਟੋਰੀ ਗੇਮਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ।
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad
ਪਿਛਲੇ ਪਾਰਟ
sightings of
ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ
strange
ਮਿਡ ਦਾ
soldiers
ਸਾਰਾ
in
ਕੁਝ ਸੈਟਅਪ ਕਰਤਾ
unexpected
ਸੀਗਾ,
places,
ਉਹਦਾ ਰੂਮ
but
ਵਗੈਰਾ।
nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸਰ ਦਿਮਾਗ ਲਾ ਰਹੀ ਆ, ਕੂਪਕਾ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ?
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
ਹੁਣ ਕੌਣ ਆ ਗਿਆ? ਕਲਾਈਵ ਦਾ ਚਾਚਾ।
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens, for your favourite uncle is here!
Imperials. Imperial Court.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept
Muhammad.
their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Muhammad the stepmom.
We must insist on
Clive the real
substantial
mom.
reparations. The twin-side stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmeks empty their treasuries for us.
Okay.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
ਰਾਜੇ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਦਿਮਾਗ ਖਰਾਬ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ। ਰਾਜਾ ਨਾਲ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਚੰਗਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ। ਜਦੋਂ ਦਾ ਕਲਾਈਵ ਦੀ ਮਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ, ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਪਾਗਲ ਹੋਇਆ ਪਿਆ। ਬੈਰਰਸ ਤੇ ਅਤਿਆਚਾਰ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗ ਗਿਆ।
Very good.
ਬੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕੁੱਛੜ ਚੋਂ ਕੱਢ ਵੀ ਦਿਆ ਕਰ ਜਵਾਕ ਨੂੰ।
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmeks will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold
ਇਹਨੇ ਆਪਦੇ
and
ਮੁੰਡੇ ਨੂੰ
trinkets
ਸਟੋਨ 'ਚ
they
ਬਦਲ
can.
ਲੈਣਾ।
And once they
ਉਹਦੀ
deliver
ਇੰਨੀਆਂ
that which
ਪਾਵਰਸ
we
ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਵਾਉਂਦਾ।
demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmeks to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects? Your Radiance. If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred.
ਲੈ
For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on.
ਕਲਾਈਵ ਦੀ ਮਾਂ ਦੀ ਬੋਲੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੁਣ
Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance.
ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਨੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਨੂੰ ਨਾ
Depart at once.
ਖਤਮ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਆ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ ਉਹਦੇ ਰਾਜਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਲਵੇ ਇਹਦਾ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਸਾਰੇ ਕਿਤੇ ਰਾਜ ਕਰ ਸਕੇ
May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
ਲੈ ਨੇ ਹੁਣ ਤੂੰ ਐਸਟ੍ਰੋਲੋਜਰਸ ਦੀ ਮੰਨੇਗਾ
Tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
ਉਹ ਜਾ ਭਰਾਵਾ ਤੇ ਐਸਟ੍ਰੋਲੋਜਰਸ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਇਹਨੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਖਵਾਏ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਐਸਟ੍ਰੋਲੋਜਰਸ ਜਾ ਯਾਰ
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
The Littlands have been up to their old tricks. It's just one thing after another around here.
ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਯਾਰ ਇੰਪੀਰੀਅਲਸ ਤੇ ਰਾਜੇ ਦਾ ਹੈਰਾਨੀ ਆ ਵੀ ਐਸਟ੍ਰੋਲੋਜਰਸ ਨੇ ਜੇ ਕਹਿਤਾ ਕਿ ਤੇਰਾ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਤੇ ਲਈ ਵੀ ਸਟਾਰਸ ਉਹ ਵਾਲੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਧੋਖਾ ਦਊਗਾ ਜਾ ਯਾਰ
Ah, my dear nephew, how I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet
Okay,
sailing
Kuka ਦੀ
south
ਕੋਈ
past
ਰਿਪੋਰਟ ਲੈ
Port
ਕੇ ਆਇਆ ਹੈ
Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place.
Okay.
Come here and I'll show you.
Okay. ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਗਿਆ ਕੁੜੀ ਨੂੰ, ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸਰ ਨੂੰ, ਕੂਪਕਾ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੁਣ.
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast.
Okay.
So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Ein Heya, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way.
Okay.
As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Candleward on business after
Drake
visiting
Fang.
you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Mid's finished outfitting her little work.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lancer and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom.
Clive ਸਿਰਫ ਕੂਪਕਾ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰਨ ਲਈ ਚੱਲਾ, ਮਦਰ ਕ੍ਰਿਸਟਲ ਨੂੰ ਖਤਮ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਨਹੀਂ.
Who is she?
ਬਟ ਜੇ ਡਰੇਕ ਫੈਂਗ ਦੇ ਮਦਰ ਕ੍ਰਿਸਟਲ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਖਤਮ ਕਰਿਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਸੀ.
All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
यार गैव नाल नहीं चला अपने.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
ਇਹਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਫਰੈਂਡਸ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਵਾਂ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਾ ਤਾਂ ਜਲ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਣ ਜਾਊਗਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਡਰੇਕ ਫੈਂਕ ਚੱਲਾਂ, ਬਟ ਜਲ ਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ. ਚਲੋ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ. Way to Drake Fang, Dalmatian Republic. Torgal ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੇ.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Riddle of the SANDS.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
Enough.
Fine work, my boy. Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together. Helping your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
You let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua. You were so eager to...
Level up. Level 44 हो गया अपना.
And when your brother arrived, but you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Level 30 ਦੇ ਆ ਗਏ enemies.
Who do you think those soldiers were?
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them?
Walud soldiers ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਚੌਕਬੋਸ ਖੜੇ ਆ
Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
ਇਹ ਡੌਗ ਨਹੀਂ ਗਿਆ ਫਰੋਸਟ ਵੁਲਫ ਆ आ बैठे
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal?
Would you rather be my squire?
ओके कोई रूम लेके भी रह रहा जोशुआ होगा ये भी ड्रेक फैंग चल रहा होना पक्की गल आ जोशुआ दी पार्टनर ओके मैं लगा कि खाना जोशुआ वास्ते लेके जा रहे हैं जोशुआ बेचारा बीमार होया हुआ उदों दा जो बंदा अल्टीमा नूं उहने आपदे अंदर कैद कीता हुआ ब्लड
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon
अच्छा
depart
नहीं
for
ये
the
ड्रेक
front.
फैंग नहीं इहने प्रिंस डियोन नूं बहुमत नूं मिलण लई जाना
Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. You must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
ਕੂਕਾ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ।
That'll be cooker then.
ਉੱਚੀ ਉੱਚੀ ਲੱਗਾ ਪਿਆ।
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
ਯੱਬ ਪਤਾ ਨੇ।
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
ਹੁਣ ਦਵਾਈ ਤਾਂ ਲੈ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਤੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਭੱਜਣ ਦੀ ਪੈ ਗਈ ਆ। ਉਹ ਨਾਲੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਥੋੜੀ।
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
ਭੁੱਖੜਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਕਹਿ ਦੂਗਾ ਕਿ ਤੂੰ ਰਾਜਾ।
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Take it.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance.
ਬਈ ਤੂੰ ਐਵੇਂ ਮੋਕ ਮਾਰੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਯਾਰ। ਉਹਨੂੰ ਆਰਾਮ ਕਰ ਲੈਣ ਦੇ ਨਾ ਤੂੰ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਦਵਾਈ ਲੈਣ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਆ। ਓਕੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਫੀਨਿਕਸ ਦਾ ਅਹਿਸਾਸ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਫੀਨਿਕਸ ਨੇੜੇ ਤੇੜੇ ਆ। ਬਟ ਆਬਵੀਅਸਲੀ ਰੂਮ ਹੁਣ ਐਮਪਟੀ ਮਿਲੂਗਾ। ਜੇ ਕੁੜੀ ਜੀ ਨਾ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਂਦੀ ਤਾਂ ਜੋਸ਼ੂਆ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਣਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਅੱਜ ਕਲਾਈਵ ਨਾਲ।
What is it now?
Nothing.
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang.
ਇਹ ਗੇਟ ਬੰਦ ਕਰੀ ਫਿਰਦੇ ਆ ਜਿੱਧਰ ਦੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਜਾਣਾ
They've closed the road, and it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search.
Okay, ਆਪਾਂ ਰੋਜ਼ੀਨਾ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਭਣਾ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਮਦਦ ਕਰੂਗੀ Woman of Mysteries.
Exactly what I mean to do.
ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਗੇਮ ਪਲੇ ਯਾਰ ਛੋਟਾ ਹੀ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਪਾਰਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੇਮ ਪਲੇ ਦੇਖਣ ਲਈ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਜੇਕਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਗੇਮ ਪਲੇ ਪਸੰਦ ਆਇਆ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਨੂੰ ਲਾਈਕ ਤੇ ਚੈਨਲ ਨੂੰ ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਪਾਰਟ ਬਾਏ ਬਾਏ